Hello and welcome to United Report. This is your home for all the latest Manchester United news, match updates, transfer stories, and in-depth analysis. Stay connected and never miss a moment. Subscribe now to stay ahead with everything happening at Old Trafford. Harry Maguire admitted there was contact as he duelled with Lions Moussa Niakhaté before nodding home Manchester United's winner, only to wait for VAR to confirm the goal as they checked for a potential foul. Maguire's header was United's third goal in 8 minutes as they completed a remarkable comeback to down Lyon and advance into the semi-finals of the Europa League. Their centre-half became a makeshift striker as they sought to rescue the game at Old Trafford. United led 2-0, then trailed 4-2 in extra time as they faced the prospect of an embarrassing European exit against Lyon, who had 10 men. Bruno Fernandes gave them hope, Kobbie Mainoo equalised, and then Maguire came up with the winning goal. He was able to nod home despite Niakhaté being in close proximity, and the Lyon defender went down, protesting a foul, with those on VAR reviewing it amid the crazy scenes. They eventually awarded the goal with Maguire always confident he'd done nothing wrong. He told TNT Sports, "Yes, definitely. The fourth goal for them was a sucker punch, but as soon as we got the fourth, I felt like there was going to be another chance, and obviously it fell to myself, and luckily I put it in the back of the net, and it was an amazing feeling. I think he was backpedaling, and I think I just held him there with my left hand. There was contact, obviously, but I don't think there was anywhere near enough for a foul. I saw it the ball all the way and guided it into the corner." Ruben Amorim joked that Maguire was thrown into the final third because he was the only one who can score a header, as the United boss looked for ways to inject goals into his team, despite having no prolific goal scorers in his team or on the bench on Thursday night. United have a history of legendary comebacks on the European stage, with their final success in 1999, the most famous. Amorim confessed that he believed as soon as Fernandes got them back into the game, as their late show kept their trophy hopes alive. It was a great night, the team was tired, and you feel that during the game. 4-2 with one more player and you think it's over, but here, it is never over. Here everything is possible, you feel the environment. After the penalty, I felt that we could change the game. Ruben Amorim couldn't help calling out those who left early as he hailed the Manchester United fans for creating an unforgettable atmosphere for his side's remarkable comeback. United scored 3 goals in the final 6 minutes of extra time against Lyon to progress to the semi-finals of the Europa League 7-6 on aggregate. The home side appeared dead and buried at 4-2, down on the night following Alexandre Lacazette's penalty. But a spot kick from Bruno Fernandes and a curling finish from Kobbie Mainoo brought them level before Harry Maguire headed in a dramatic winner inside a buzzing Old Trafford. The grandstand finish hadn't seemed necessary after goals from Manuel Ugarte and Diogo Dalot put United 2-0 up in the first half. But Corentin Tolisso's header and Nicolas Tagliafico's effort levelled things up to send it to extra time, with Tolisso sent off for a second yellow. Ryan Cherki blasted the 10 men into the lead from the edge of the box before Luke Shaw's foul allowed Lacazette to calmly make it 4-2 from the spot in the 109th minute. That was the cue for some of the 73,228 in attendance to get up and leave their seats in order to beat the rush and earn a cheeky dig from Amorim post-match. "The sounds of the stadium was the best ever," Amorim said. "Some people collect shirts, scarves, but I want to keep that sound. It's the best sound in the world. I feel for the people who had to leave at 4-2 because of the traffic. They will be gutted. We know we are underperforming and deserve all the critics, but we have time to make something special of this season." It was a rollercoaster of a night at Old Trafford, but one which ultimately kept United's season alive, with a semi-final against Athletic Bilbao on the horizon to distract from the 14th place position in the Premier League. I think that is why we like this sport so much. All the frustration that a coach has in this season, the bad moments, Amorim told reporters. "When you have moments like this, it is all worth it. But then you finish the game, you calm down, and you realise we have a game on Sunday. Then we have to see how the players are, and if they are fit to play, because we have to focus a lot on the Europa League. These kinds of moments can help a lot of players in this kind of season and this kind of context. These moments can create a connection between fans and players, and we can forget for a few minutes the kind of season we are having. But again, today is a good feeling, but tomorrow we need to start everything again and focus on players and if they are fit to play. We have to take risks and save it with some players, and if we look at our season, the most important for everybody is the Europa League. Manchester United have done their best to alienate the loyal match-going fan this season, hiking up ticket prices, abolishing concessions, and relocating fans who have sat in the same seats for decades in order to sell them at a premium price to tourists and day trippers. United supporters have made their feelings clear, with demonstrations, marches, and a sit-in after the final whistle following the drab, goalless Manchester derby earlier this month. In a year, Sir Jim Ratcliffe and his cronies have achieved what seemed impossible, making themselves as unpopular with fans as United's reviled owners, the Glazer family. But last night, United supporters showed why their loyalty should never be taken for granted, creating an electric atmosphere at what can often be a subdued Old Trafford. A giant Tifo banner, the first in United's history, was unfurled in the Sir Alex Ferguson stand before kick-off, the result of a joint enterprise between the club and fans, depicting the captains, Sir Bobby Charlton, Brian Robson, Peter Schmeichel, Rio Ferdinand, and Wayne Rooney holding United's 5 European trophies with the message, "Never gonna stop." It was a bold statement of intent. There have been some legendary European nights under the lights at Old Trafford, notably the epic 3-0 win over Barcelona in 1984 and a 1-0 win, courtesy of a Paul Scholes Exocet missile strike, over the same opposition in 2008 to book United's place in the final. With such a dramatic finale, 3 goals in the second half of extra time, including a 121st-minute winner from Harry Maguire, this is up there with Old Trafford's epic European nights. Long after the final whistle, United fans could be heard singing their familiar Amorim chant to the tune of Bonnie Taylor's "It's a Heartache." With United 4-2 down on the night, 6-4 on aggregate, it looked like being heartache for Amorim and his players. But United never know when they are beaten, even in one of their worst seasons in living memory, especially with the unwavering support of their formidable fans. Harry Maguire sent Old Trafford into jubilation with his winning goal against Lyon, but few appeared as ecstatic as Andre Onana. The Manchester United goalkeeper started earlier celebrations by cupping his ears towards the League One side's fans, but on this occasion made a mad dash towards Ruben Amorim. The Red Devils' number 1 marauded up the pitch while his teammates joined match winner Maguire before planting his feet on the halfway line and lifting his head coach into the air. Altay Bayindir was also in the technical area and gave an enthusiastic hug to his colleague before Onana made his way back to his net. United are through to the Europa League semi-final after defeating their French opposition in dramatic fashion in extra time on Thursday evening. Onana may have felt a degree of relief after committing costly errors in the first leg. But despite conceding 4 goals at Old Trafford, Onana was not particularly at fault for any of them, having made his return to goalkeeping duties after being left out of United's squad to take on Newcastle. Amorim had offered his number 1 the opportunity to reset after a taxing time before seeing him return for the European clash. It had been suggested the Portuguese coach may have ramped on the pressure on the 29-year-old even further with his decision-making. But Onana appeared to appreciate his coach's methods with a serious display of celebration in stoppage time of extra time. It's safe to say Onana was happy with the result and his own display too. The Cameroon national even took to social media to deliver a message. Built with Onana mentality, he posted on X. The shot-stopper accompanied his message with an oncoming fist and red circle. Ahead of United's first leg, Onana became entangled in a war of words with ex-Old Trafford midfielder Nemanja Matic. The Serbia international suggested Onana was one of the club's worst ever goalkeepers. United legend Paul Scholes even had a word with the Lion ace before play got underway in the quarter-final second leg. He detailed their conversation on TNT Sports. "I just told him to leave our goalkeeper alone." But no, that was it. He was some player Matic. He looks well. Obviously, I played against him quite a few times, me and Rio when he was at Chelsea. He was just saying he's nearly 37, he's got another year left. He looks fit, he looks strong, but hopefully he doesn't have a good night tonight.